Hi, and welcome to your next phrasal verb lesson. Take off. Take off. Past tense, took off. Took off. What does take off mean in American English? Well, take off has 4 definitions. So stay with me. This will be a little bit longer lesson. We have 4 definitions for take off. All right. So the first one, take off, is the opposite of put on, right? I take off my glasses. I put on my glasses. I take off a hat. I put on a hat. Take off is to remove, your first definition, to remove something. Can you take off the cream off that? Take off food, you want them to take off something, right? Take off. Take off. You take off your jacket, you take off your clothes. I'm going to take a shower. I'll take off my clothes and then take a shower, right? Those kinds of things. You take off something. That's your first definition. The second definition of take off is to leave and go to another place quickly. So the kids took off running down the street, and I'll maybe use past tense to describe the situation. The kids took off running down the street, or they took off running quickly. The sports players, oh man, did you see that? Yeah, he took off with the ball really quickly, like in American football. He'll be running really fast. Sometimes the sports announcers will say, oh, he caught the ball and look at him go. He is taking off down the field. He caught the ball and he's taking off, like running with the ball quickly. Okay, so take off. That's your second definition. To go somewhere quickly is to take off. Your third definition of take off is like a helicopter or an airplane is going, it's about ready to lift from the ground when it's accelerating speed, right? So the airplane is going to take off the ground. It's going up. Woohoo, take off, right? Or a helicopter, it's taking off. And you might say, oh, when does your flight take off? Oh, we take off in an hour, a couple hours. Sometimes we'll just say, when does your flight leave? And we'll use the verb leave or left, past tense of that one. But often we'll say take off, which is like departure. A takeoff would be a departure you'll see in airports. So that's your third definition of take off. Take off, the airplane takes off. We'll take off in a few minutes. The pilot might say on the speaker when you're sitting in your chair. Okay. The fourth definition of take off, to request time away from work. Okay, I need to take off these days so I can have vacation time with my family. And it's usually a request you put in. I need to take off time to be with my family. I need to turn off my phone, turn off my devices, and just take off the time so I can recharge my mind and spend time with my family, right? Take off. What days do you need to take off? So that's your phrasal verb lesson. 4 different definitions of take off. Comment below, when have you taken off or taken off work? Maybe when do you need to take off work, or something you take off? Maybe name an item you take off, or maybe how many times you have taken off in an airplane. So that's your phrasal verb lesson. Again, take off, took off. Hope that helped you. If you like this lesson, subscribe and follow, and I'll see you in a future lesson.